Okay, I am not in the room tonight, y'all, and got my phone propped up in a business card holder. Every iPhone case that they make, and I'm just moving some more business cards so I can lean this back a little bit. Every business card, iPhone like stand they make does not work with my really good cover, and this cover is really difficult to get off, so I've left it on. So, anyways, I just wanted to holler at you all. I know it's like I haven't been around a lot. People that I usually inbox a lot, I haven't been talking to people. And there's a couple reasons for that. This last Mercury retrograde, which Mercury retrogrades don't usually have much of an effect on me because I do try to watch how I talk to people on a regular, even when people see me like what they would consider to be going off on somebody. I know exactly what I'm saying at all times. I try to be very responsible for the things that come out of my mouth. People don't think so because I'm also crazy. Hey, my bestie Dia's on. That's another reason why you guys haven't seen me in a while. And I'm gonna look down every now and then because I'm working on this poppet that is way overdue to go out to somebody. And if you all know anything about me, you know I get my orders out very quickly. And this is something that somebody needs. But I also don't do any work while I'm sick. And let me tell you, y'all, um, working at home, because I do have a day job and I do readings during the day. I take breaks and do readings and then go back to the day job. And this thing wants to be difficult, my sewing just when I get online. Um, I don't go out around a lot of people. Not to mention I'm an empath and stupid people just bug me. Okay? So I don't go out a lot anymore. It's not that I'm antisocial. I'm a highly social individual. It's just that we got a lot of fucked up people out here, and I can tell it a mile away. And I couldn't figure out when I was younger what was wrong with me and why I tended to like take a book to parties and not, be very engaged with the people that I was hanging out with. And it's because just being around large groups of people really gets on my nerves. And I used to have a shit ton of friends too. I'm a very friendly person, but I found as I've also gotten older that I've had to really be really selective about the people that I hang out with, especially now that I'm a practicing witch. You really, especially when you're dealing with your work out of your home, one of those things that everybody should probably watch out. Hey, Brian, that's my boo. That's my nephew doing. That's my witchcraft nephew. Brian's been through a lot of changes, but I'm happy to say that he's been really, really, really living his life like it's golden, doing what he wants to do. And that's one of the things I try to talk to my clients about all the time. And one of the things that I'm finding is that, like, in addition to like, I got the cold from hell, and I didn't take any cold medicine. I went on in that room and I made one hell of a tea, which I'm really thinking that I will sell. Now, I'm telling you, a little bit of a cough still, but it's going away. But just being around all those people, Dia and I, weekend before last, we were at Chicago Pagan Pride. We had a lot of people come by the table and got to see a lot of friends that we haven't seen in a long time. I'm hoping that I'll have a good time out in Dayton. One of the things that I'm noticing about the occult world is that sales for all people who, are the purveyors of fine magical goods are down, and I'm not sure if that's because everybody's in the act or what. But please, if you guys are in the Central Ohio area, hey David, if you're in the Central Ohio area this weekend and you do any type of spiritual work or you're any part of the occult, please come by Dayton Pagan Pride. Because after a while, a lot of us are just not going to vend at festivals if people don't come out. And I'm really hoping that you guys come out because I'm going to be teaching my root work one-on-one class. If you're a practicing witch, you'll know a lot of these things, but you might learn something. And we talk about, well, the hot topic is always, should white folks practice hoodoo? And we get into that because it is an ancestor-based practice. Um, And I wanted to come and talk to y'all. I'm sewing, so I'm looking down while I'm talking to y'all, but I am looking up. Hi, Don Diva. Hi, Mama Omi. Mama Omi is one of the people that I really love so much. She is one of the founders of the Black Witch convention that I'm going to in Baltimore in October. So kind of wanted to give you guys an update because like I'm not online a lot right now and I wish I could be. But you know, at the same time, like while individual sales are slow, the stores that I've started selling my products in are ever increasing. And as you know, for like a customer order, it's like, oh, give me some red brick dust, give me an oil. When a store orders from you, like, we want 500 of these and you know stuff like that. So you know it's been intense. It's been a blessing. So I'm really happy about the thing. There's my cousin Joseph. Hey Joseph. Joseph has been really helpful to me when I travel, watching these badass cats. Y'all see Juzzy got out the house while we were gone. She does that to us. I cannot stand this cat. I love this cat and I hate this cat. If you understand that, I got two asshole cats. And it was funny because somebody on my business page, when I put up my vigil candles divination service, one of the things that I prayed for and manifested was that I get a wood burning fireplace in my house, and that's so I could set lights that would not be disturbed, so that they could burn continuously. I had one in Chicago, and I'm accustomed to it. I'm Hearth Witch, so you know, Jezebel went off on the plug. When was that? The last day when we were coming back from Chicago, she always does this. You got to really watch her. If you ever come here, she'll dart out right behind you and be out the damn door, and you don't even know where she is. And we heard all this hollering outside the damn garage, and she was outside the door, had been outside all day, dirty as hell, out there hoeing around. So anyway, so Beth Joseph has been really helpful. So I'm about to give you all the rundown of where I will be, and maybe I will be near you. I'll be back in Chicago for my day job, October 16th through 20th, but I entertain all offers of dinner meetups. So I know at least one of those nights I'll be out with my coworkers, but other than that, if you guys want to get together, my girl Karen was talking about going to see August Wilson's Fences. And you all have to excuse me because I'm gonna cough every now and then because this cold was something else. I mean, when you got the germs of like thousands of people, and you know Chicago Pagan Pride gets about 3,000 to 5,000 people. No kittens, no kittens. Because when I got her, and I felt really bad about this, I had to change her name. Her name was Danto when I got her, and when I took her into the welfare animal clinic, you know, Danto is the loa of all mothers, single mothers, especially in hardworking businesswomen mothers. She's not all mothers, but definitely single mothers. And I named her Danto. And that's because the time I met her, cat was named Freda. And I knew they weren't going to get along. And when you go and you take a cat into the spay or neuter clinic, you have to give them permission that if the cat's pregnant, you have to terminate the pregnancy. Well, this cat was a kitten. I'm like, ain't no way she pregnant. This hoe was pregnant, okay, y'all? So that's why her name is Jezebel, among other things, because she's just surly. She's mean, y'all. Crazy as nobody told me about female cats or calico cats. I have boy cats all my life. So these cats are some real assholes. Both of them. One's old, and she's got weird finger-looking paws. They look like fingers. I have some really special pets. I always have. But yeah, she got into the catnip that we got from Bowline Apothecary, and my cousin Ashley, which is Broseph's sister, came over to help me because with this last push for Dayton Pagan Pride, and this cat had gone in the root room, y'all, and had ripped the package of catnip open, scared it across the floor, and rolled her fat ass right around in it. Yeah, I don't get a break around here. So let's talk about the month of October. And then if you guys want to ask me a question about something, you can. Like I said, I don't get to do a lot of Facebook Lives. I'm actually avoiding the root room for a change because we got a lot of stuff going on in there. And I got to get this pop-it done. So I said, let me sit at my desk, do some work for work, take a break, do the pop-it. I ain't going in that room right now until Ashley packs up all that shit. We have been working. I mean, like some nights, like 3 o'clock in the morning, not even like being able to see straight. So right now, just to be ready for dating, we got some leftover things, lots of leftover things, but the stuff that sold. So I've had to redo all the waters. We're gonna have to redo some conjure cologne. We're gonna fix a few more candles, see what working roots sold. Definitely, what we did was we finished with the oils. And Paige Fomich, who works at Bowline Apothecary, comes over here and helps a lot. And she is a wealth of knowledge. She's majoring in, I believe, animal sciences and plant sciences. I'm not sure, at Ohio State. She's amazing. She has helped me formulate my baby blessing formula. So when I get done with Pagan Pride, two things. Black cat hair, yeah. Well, nephew, you're gonna talk to me because I'm gonna need some black cat hair from you, okay? My cats are not like completely black, so if I had my brothers, they would be, but they're rescued, so I couldn't like order a rescue and say, "Yeah, give me a black cat." Oh God, you can still brush her and give me that hair. Don't hook me up. Excuse me, y'all. But like I said, that herbal tea really worked it out. So Paige helped me last night with a formulation because I wanted to make sure that we got something for babies to bless them, to protect them, to make them feel loved, to make them feel strong. And so we've come up with a baby blessing formulation, and I'm going to turn it into a kit. And it's not in the actual bath itself, it's going to be just herbs. And I saw a picture of somebody bathing a baby online in flowers and herbs, and I was just like, why do we wait until we're adults to give ourselves spiritual baths? I would think that a baby in its infancy needs the blessing the most. A lot of us do traditional naming ceremonies, as they did in Africa. We do a lot of things that have come from our ancestors. But, as far as like, especially witches, and especially witches of color, where we're combining those two cultures, we're not doing things with our children. Like my daughter does not want me to practice magic on her, but I'm not gonna confirm or deny I do that. And I ain't Wiccan, so I don't want to hear about you supposed to practice people on people that know they're being practiced on. Because if that was the case, I probably wouldn't be practicing, and I definitely wouldn't be selling these products. So we're gonna do a baby blessing kit. We're gonna do a house blessing kit. I realized I don't even know how because this tells you where my morals are, because I don't have any. But I cracked myself up. I realized I did not have a love drawing formula in my, line of products. I realized I had an attraction to kind of get things going. I had a sexual attraction, booty call, to get the booty going, and I have pussy whip for after you've fallen in love and you've gotten married, to keep the marriage, intact. And then I have, what is the other one? Oh, sugar daddy, because you want to get paid to get laid. That's my slogan. I'm going to copyright that. So I realized that I didn't have a love attraction formula. So I'm having a contest right now, and I have to say there's three that are really nice. Societal, I think it's Societal or Sochi. Hers was I think it was for Ever After. And then Jared's from Divine Awakenings, where I'll be this coming month. He did Home No More, and we've been dancing and singing Home No More around this house. He's strong to win this one, y'all, because it's just so funny to me. How you settle down, you're gonna get married, or you're gonna at least be in love. I ain't gonna hold no more. I want some real love. Somebody did suggest Mary J. Blige's Real Love. Somebody suggested Always and Forever, but a lot of those are trademarked already. And then there was another one by Anthony Nelson, I believe, that says Bring Me Bae. So I really like Ho No Mo though, and it really goes with Broke No Mo. So I'm leaning towards that. I've got the contest open. Anybody who comes up with a name for my new love formulation will get the mini spell kit of their choice. It doesn't have to be the loved one. So I'm going to keep that open, I think, until Saturday night or Sunday morning. So if you want to draw love, and you don't necessarily, let's talk about love work, okay? I get a lot of requests for love work. Honestly, I'd rather do like revenge and reversal and cursing work than love work. And I'm gonna tell you why. Cause love is some complicated shit. I've been married twice, and I've always been the type of woman who's been a very giving and good person to my husbands, and would always leave me wondering, hey, why won't this person treat me the same way? Until I got older and I realized that I made some bad decisions. I just chose the wrong motherfuckers. So until the right one comes along, I'm going to stay single, but I'm going to be happily single. So I think that a lot of us out here, when it comes to me for love spells, you need to really kind of work on loving yourself and being happy, being all by your goddamn before you go and try to get down with somebody else. There's a lot of people that a lot of work, but they think that having a mate will complete them. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, that's some bullshit. Okay? I've never had a person complete me. In fact, I've never felt more complete than I do right now in my life. Does that mean that there is no room in my life for a love or a lover? No, there's room for that, but I'm a busy bitch. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. I'm real busy. So it would have to be somebody, number one, that practices magic. Now, a straight brother that practices magic and ain't scared, when you say, oh, hey, by the way, I'm a voodoo witch, that's, kind of hard to find. I'm not going to say it's impossible, because with the Creator and the law, all things are possible. But it would have to be a really, really, really good fit. And I think that all of us really need to start looking at that. Stop taking what's available because nothing else was around at the time, and start looking at people that bring quality to your life, bring joy to your life. I keep my groove intact. Believe that, bro. Okay. But as far as a relationship is concerned, that's not something that I've spent the first half of my life in relationships, enough to know that they're overrated when you compare them with real joy and real satisfaction in your life. So if you can get that and get that with somebody else, that's just phenomenal. But if you can't, like I said, people ask me, well, don't you get lonely? I said, boo, don't you know my favorite position is in the middle of my goddamn king size bed spread eagle? So no, I don't get lonely. I've got friends, I've got family, I've got a magical community. I got y'all. I got my spirits. That's another thing. When you walk with spirits and they have your back and you got a spirit for everything, or an angel or a saint or a God for everything, you don't worry about any of that stuff. You worry about how you can get closer to them rather than how you get closer to somebody else. So I don't do a lot of love work, and that's probably why, oh hell, I spent half my life lonely. Married men that really didn't have anything to do with me, and I can tell you right now that I wouldn't have been able to be a witch if I stayed married. And for me, that's more important. I'm a grown ass woman. I make really good money at the day gig, and the products and the website and the readings that I do. That ain't small change either. So why do I want to ask somebody what I'm gonna do with my money? Like, let me give you an example of my schedule for the next week. And y'all, there's about to be, hey Joby, you know what, April? You might find it in your next life. Don't worry about that shit. I saw something online that says that you should learn an hour a day. I wish I could get an hour a day into learning. Right now, I'm like, it's kind of like cramming for exams, because I've got a brand new presentation that I'm doing. The first time that I'm ever going to do it is going to be at the Black Witch Conference, and it's about making your everyday life magic, having magic in your everyday life. From the way you cook, that's the alarm. Hey, y'all, I'm doing Facebook Live. Don't come in here with no fuckery, okay? I said, I'm doing Facebook Live. Don't come in here with no fuckery. All right. Anyways, I'm back. So I'm going to be talking about how I have been working. It was really weird. And stop opening and closing the door, too. Ooh, that's another thing. People talking about, don't you want a man? I want to be alone. I can't wait. But I'm not going to be alone because I'm about to tell you all about what I'm going to manifest in my future, okay? Because I'm going to tell you right now that, this house without Ogun and definitely St. Jude and Papa Legba, this house wouldn't exist. Um, it was a dream. If it wasn't for my cousin Joseph, who's listening right now, offering for me to come and live here with him, and that was guided, I am sure, by our spirits and our ancestors who wanted us to look out for each other, this would not have happened. So when my youngest daughter, graduates from high school, I thought I was going to go to New Orleans. I'm not. I think I'm actually going to stay here, and I'm going to tell you why. This central Ohio area is full of magic. And I'm not far from my ancestors' graves. And no, I'm not telling y'all where they are. Hell no. But I'm not far from my ancestors' graves. That's the first thing. I can go and get graveyard dirt when I need it. And turn around and make it back home in a day. The second thing is there's beautiful, my friend Bear lives in one of these beautiful Victorian homes that have a lot of historical significance and were owned by black people. And there are a lot of homes like that in the area. So what I'm going to look and see if I can do is to buy one of these very large homes, have it completely redone, and make that a center for occultists of all types, so that you can have your retreats there, so that you can have meetings there, so I can have a store there. So, that's my manifestation. So if you see about in the next 5 or 6 years that I've got a place open where we can gather, that's what I got going on now. Now, I might change my mind. I've changed my mind like I changed my drawers. So it might change. But that's what I want to do. But so what I wanted to do is just touch bases with you all. And like I said, love spells are fine and good. Now I just couldn't realize why I didn't have a formulation. And that's why. Because there's a lot of people looking for love in the wrong places. And if you notice that a lot of my products are about self-improvement, about protecting yourself, about keeping yourself encouraged, about getting a job, increasing your finances. So, and it's not because it's selfish. What you mean? You ain't gonna write a note. Don't. That's one of my recipe books, girl. No, no. Okay, here, pen, paper. Is it something you can't ask online? Did you want some food?
I need to know it's about my essay.
Oh, I didn't do that yet.
Yes, that's why I'm asking you if I can turn it in on Sunday.
Yeah. Well, no, you can turn it in tonight. I'll check it against the rubric. Give me about 5 more minutes.
It's gonna take me a long time.
Okay, go finish the other stuff. Okay, bye. Homework. See, everybody thinks that witches have these wonderful, magical lives, and I'm a former English professor, so my daughter's asking me, did I grade her or revise her essay against the rubric, which I have not. So she wrote. Let me tell you something. She acts like Marilyn Munster, like the normal one in the house. The little one wants to be a witch. My cousin is apprenticing with me, but she wrote. They had to write a scientific essay, and she wrote a scientific essay on how the body decomposes. Well, the stages of death, and then she ain't Sabrina. The stages of death and what occurs during the stages of death, how your body shuts down, and then the stages of decomposition. She watches a lot of Criminal Minds. And so my cousin and I both read the paper to proofread it. And I said that where I think she's going to get the ding is one of her beliefs or points that she's trying to make in this essay is that it will be more comforting to these people's loved ones when they die for them to know exactly how the process goes down. But I read this, I'm reading about your bodily fluids leaking out, your tongue falling out your mouth, the gas is blowing you up. That ain't comforting. So I'm glad that we are just a shell and that my spirit will be on and getting with the ancestors. But yeah, that shit was disturbing as fuck. Yeah, so that was just wild. But yes, so not the magic of self is not always selfish. It's to make yourself be better so that you can be better for other people. None of us are perfect. I fail at something every damn day of my life. I'm petty. I lose my temper, I'm, I I judge because I'm not a Christian. I don't worry about that. I judge because I have standards. If I see something that I judge not to be up to my standards, I don't have to like it. But there's a difference. You don't always have to say something about it. You can always peep game and kind of move on and do something else. But yeah, I judge, and when I see some raggedy shit, I don't associate myself with it. I don't. If somebody asks me, hey, what do you think about this? You know, I'm doing this, and Brian knows I stay in his ass. I'm like, no, 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 no. What the fuck are you doing? No. So, I think that it's important for us to have an idea where we stand on things, especially given our political climate. I really love it when people show me exactly who the fuck they are, because it enables me to just walk away. I'm a real. People might consider that to be cowardice. For me, you know, I don't want to make anybody like me. But the difference is if I am involved in a situation, organization, hanging out with people, friendships, even my own family, if I don't like something, I will say something. And if I get pushback, hey, that's you, this is me, and I'm going to be me over here, you be you over there. And I put up a video, you know, Tyler Perry and his buffoonery and his really convoluted storylines with the white heroes and all that shit really gets on my nerves. But I love Madea. It's a love-hate situation. And he broke it down. You know, there are people in your life for a season. There are people in your life for a reason. There are people that I've loved dearly that I don't longer see, hang out with. Not that I dislike them, but the season's over. And I've learned from people, I've taught people, and what we have to learn how to do is when a situation doesn't work for you anymore, you have to be brave enough to move on. And so a lot of times when people come to me for love spells, they don't want to move on. They done pump that shit for everything that it's worth, and they don't want to let it go. And most of the time it's because people are scared to be alone. Been there, done that. Loneliness can take the form of depression. Depression can turn into physical bodily pain. When you have that ache, you know, when my first husband was in the Gulf War, literally I had body pains because I couldn't touch it. So we go through these things when we're alone, but what is going to help you the most as far as loving yourself, being the best person that you can be, because you know, this is training ground. This is training ground to be an ancestor. If you believe that there is another life, I don't care if you're a Christian, Hindu, Buddhist, whatever you believe that there is a hereafter, a second life, another existence. This is training. There's a video that I shared the other day about where we are just in our galaxy and in the galaxies that we can see. We're specks of dust. This is not, I refuse to believe that this is the last stop for me. The science will teach you that energy doesn't die. So what does that mean? I really need some water, and I ain't got none. Might want to give me some water? Anybody? Yes, please. Here, I've got a glass. Somebody actually answered me for a change. So, yeah, you know, so really, 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 really getting to know who you are. Then when I found out about getting to know myself was the stuff I didn't know that I wanted to know, especially when I was introduced to the occult. Baby, bye. I ain't got no time for no man. You know how many books I done got back here? I don't know if y'all can see all these books I got on these shelves, and then that one's open over there. I got these are all occult books on this shelf right here, pretty much. And in religious text. I have so much to learn that yes, we are stardust. I have so much to learn that I ain't got no time for all this nonsense. I don't have no time for no fuckery. I ain't got no time for no drama. I ain't got no time for no cheating ass man. I am not going to chase you. And I am going to be courted. And I'm old fashioned. I'm a womanist. I don't get with the feminist stuff a lot because they don't really recognize the duality of being a black female. And one of those dualities of being a black female is I like being treated like a woman. I enjoy my gender. I enjoy the skin I'm in. Other people identify as other genders and they have other sexualities, and that's fine. And I want them to enjoy the skin they're in and act appropriately as they feel they should, according to their sexuality or their gender identification. But me, I'm old school. You're going to court me. You're going to treat me properly. You're going to respect me. And you're damn sure going to have something. Okay? So I got a house. I got a recent model car. My student loans are paid off. And I'm a witch. And I'm black. Now let's talk about where that puts me in finding someone I'd be equally yoked with. Well, you'll find that a lot of feminists, like for example, I've talked to a lot of men, and I don't have anything wrong with feminists, but I don't feel that the black women's agenda is always addressed in that particular circle of people. But the thing is a lot of men will be like, I held a door over for a woman and she went off on me. And I'm like, okay, well, that's a fucked up excuse for not opening a door for another woman, but okay. So don't do that shit, women, okay? Let somebody open a door. I open doors for men. I want them to open doors for me. So I'm almost 50 years old. And yeah, I don't look 50 because black don't crack, baby. But I am considering letting my hair go gray. But I want certain things. And I work for them. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Girl, stop. So, my friend Tanisha just told me I was a rare jewel. Oh, you just make me feel so good. But seriously, you know, there's things I want. And most of the time, I have to buy them my damn self. And I don't have a problem with that. But I think that anybody that you're with should be where you are or above you. I always tell my girls to always date above you. You want to date someone who is where you want to be. You always want to be with somebody that will inspire you to be a better person. And I'm not just talking about money. Because what you'll find is people have money, usually, if they didn't get it from a trust fund, are responsible people. They don't spend crazy. They know how to save. They're not always ass out. They're not sitting there with the lights off and a disconnection notice and hopping from job to job to job. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what you mean by that. It says it's not. Most people don't understand that you are part of black culture. African people don't think I'm African American. That's funny. Anyways, with these big old lips and this nappy hair, I don't even understand what you mean. But okay, I'm 76% African, by the way, which shocked the shit out of me. I was really scared, y'all, when I did my DNA. I thought I was gonna come back 50-50. I was like, no, because in my mind, I'm blackity black, you know what I'm saying? And I love it. And I think that all of us should love who we are. I don't think that we need to oppress people just to make ourselves feel good. You know, you'll never make your light shine brighter by dimming someone else's. I forget who said that, but it's not my quote. So, you know, love products, yeah, I'll start making them. But to be honest with y'all, I'm really excited about the baby blessing. I'm really excited about the house blessing. And I'm really excited about the new Crown of Success formula, which is going to be called in honor to Saint Bay Flawless. So you'll be able to make bitches bow down with the Crown of Success formula. So Flawless will be formulated and out on the website when I get back from Dayton Pagan Pride. So this is what's going on. This week is Dayton Pagan Pride, and I'm going to need anybody that's in the Central Ohio, Indiana area. Black culture is not a lifestyle. Black culture is a frame of mind. Being black is a frame of mind, because I know a lot of white black people. Black culture is not a lifestyle. A lifestyle, that's like saying that you're that's like, I hate that when people say people who are gay, that's their lifestyle. No, that's who they are. Being black is not a lifestyle, you know, because if you follow that train of thought, then you'll follow, like there was this post I put up from this racist ass policeman the other day that we're all hood rats or we don't take advantage of education and we're victims and all that bullshit. No. That's not black folks. I don't know black people like that. And I know poor black people. And I know people, most of my friends are lower middle class or middle class, okay? I know poor people. I really don't know a lot of rich people, period, white or black. But I'm going to tell you this, being black is a frame of mind. About how we even have to now, well, how we've always had to protect ourselves. You know, we don't know whether we should have our kids go to the police if there's a problem, because now they're killing people when you call them to your house. We don't know if keeping your hands up is enough to keep you from getting shot. Because, you know, you can be a therapist laying in the middle of the street with another man of color who is autistic, who is also not in commission of a crime, laying down the ground with your hands up and still get shot. So, no. So, and I have actually a few white people in my life that are black. Some of them, one of them, well, she's partially white, family member. She blacker than me. But then I got, you know, friends that I also had a thing that I was going on in my mind. It made me really mad to see some fool on Facebook talking about people, black people who are married to white people, that they weren't woke or that they weren't about the struggle. There's two types of people that are involved in interracial relationships. Okay, the first one is these love is love. They're not looking for somebody from a particular race, culture, or anything else like that. They found somebody, they loved them, they got married. And chances are a lot of the sisters that I know, witches online, who are down as fuck, are married to white men. Now, for me, and my upbringing, because my mother was extremely militant, and my preferences, I don't know if that is something that I would choose for myself, but I'm telling you, when I sit down and I talk to their husbands, it's not the same type of white man where you have to explain everything about everything and then listen to them white-splain. They get it. They understand, and that is why those sisters are with those men, and they're happy. You know, I've met some brothers, same thing. But then you got the folks who are in interracial relationships, like the post I put up by that sister today, that strictly just don't want to be with people of their own race because of a stereotype. So when you see white girls that don't want to be with a white man, they only want a black man because they want all that chocolate, something wrong with them. Their daddy is white. Do you hate your daddy? Do you hate your mama? Same thing with black people. You know, people that just do that because of a stereotype or a preconceived notion, you want to stay away from those people. When I see those people and I see them in interracial relationships, it doesn't trouble me. When I was a younger woman, I was single and I was in that place where I was actually in between marriages and lonely. I would be hot. I would see all these Negroes walking around with all these Beckys and be pissed off like a motherfucker. But nowadays, when I really stop and look at the ones, most of them, I want them so they can have them, okay? So love is love. You find who you love, you be with them. If you're going to be within an interracial relationship, I don't have to tell you what a challenge that is. You already know. You got crazy-ass parents to deal with and all that. At first, my daughter was, you know, interested in white boys, and I was just like, oh, God, I'm going to have to cuss somebody's parents out because they're going to say something stupid about my baby and we're going to have a problem. But then she met a lovely Mexican boy. He's the same color as he is. And his mama is white and she's gay. And I was like, yay. Because he's gorgeous and he's cute and he's not white. Anyways, but, you know, it's hard when you have to worry about dealing with parents and families and getting disowned because you might be in love with somebody from another race. And it's something that I just tried to avoid in my lifetime. But now I'm old enough not to give a fuck. Honestly, if I do meet anybody of any gender, in my opinion, because I don't think that love has anything to do with sexual orientation. I'm attracted to men, but I might fall in love with a woman. And if that happens, that happens. So, you know, if you live your life in those types of terms and you allow other people to be who they are on their own terms, you won't have as much stress and frustration, you know? Right. And, yes, we can have abuse. I mean, if I really wanted to sit here and think about my relationships with black men and things that I've gone through as a result of my love for black men, yeah, I could be a little bitter and it might make me change what I was looking for. But I've avoided that because, number one, I don't want to keep reliving the pain. Number two, I don't want to make my decision based on my past. I want to make all my decisions based on my future and my present. I can't keep going back. You know, some things you can go back on. My daughter is from my first boyfriend in high school, and that had its advantages and its disadvantages. But the thing is, we know each other, and he trusts my decisions. I haven't had any problems with raising her with him. So sometimes you can go back and accomplish certain goals, but as a rule, there shouldn't be any do-overs. My daddy told me my daddy has had 4 wives. The last one was 2 years younger than me, and I'm his baby girl. Yeah, but my daddy told me when I divorced my first husband, he said, "Look now, don't do this back and forth thing. Be done. Get it over with. Be done." And I said, "Oh, okay." And I listened to him. I ain't listened to him the second time, but he was happy anyway because he got his grandbaby. My parents didn't care hook or crook. They wanted a grandchild, and they were very happy when I had my daughter. So that's those are my viewpoints on love. Now, we're gonna go back and yeah, he's reasonable. He's got his asshole tendencies. Don't get me wrong, but I think we all do. But you know, I run this show, so I don't really have to deal with much of that. But and when you choose your mates, you got people that are absolutely terrified of their exes and in these custody battles and all that stuff. And I was just glad that I was able to go in on the radar. When I got ready to move, I just said, "Hey, we leaving." Next. He was more mad when I got remarried and I was leaving. But now, then when I was just leaving, I was by myself. He didn't have an issue with it. Okay. So, back to the schedule, because I got to get off of here because I'm talking. I ain't finished this doll, and I got to get this doll in the mail. My client is going to be very unhappy if I don't get this doll in the mail. I'll be in Dayton Pagan Pride this weekend. Come out, support your local occultists, your local artisans and purveyors of fine magical goods. I also will be doing a workshop there with Work 101. On October 13th, I will be at Blessed Be, and I will be with Lily Beth and Patty and the crew doing Root Work 101 there. And I love that store. If you live in the Central Ohio area, please support the Magical Druid, Blessed Be, Divine Awakenings, Bowline, Apothecary that sells more roots than I could ever need in my root room. They all stock my products. They are all amazing people. And I've had such growth as a result of moving here. I thought I was moving to an occult wasteland. No. And I have a very strong pagan community. We don't have the pettiness here that I've seen elsewhere. And I'm hoping that we can build on that. And one day you all can come here for a convention and really see what Columbus has to offer. I know Columbus just sounds like Midwest whatever. It's an amazing place to live, and the housing prices are wonderful. So I'm hoping, and I got to talk to y'all about that, but that's coming up. Let me keep this in numerical chronological order. So Blessed Be on the 13th, and then Chicago from the 16th to the 20th. That's for the day job, but I got some peoples that want to get with me that I didn't see when I was there 2 weeks ago. So if you want to get with me for dinner, I'll be downtown. Holla at your girl. Then on the 22nd, my plane lands on the 20th. On the 22nd, I hop back in the car, head down to Sandusky to visit my friends Jared and his mom down there at Divine Awakenings. And they are another part of the big Liz Conjure family. And I'm looking forward. I'll be reading there during the day, I think from like 1 to 5. And then from 7 to 9, I'll do the Root Work 101 workshop. And then let me see. I'm going to look on my computer really quickly because I want to give you these other dates. Then the next big date is the big date is the Black Witch Convention. And that is in Baltimore. Buy your tickets today because they will sell out. I'm taking my girl with me, one of my fellow witch sisters from here. I'm not going to name her in case you don't want nobody knowing her business. But we're going to road trip it on to Baltimore. I couldn't get tickets for the African American Museum. I'm going on the Magical Druids website right now because he did announce it. But after the Black Witch Convention, where I'll be doing the Magic in Your Everyday Life workshop, which I probably am going to end up turning into a book. So y'all keep on asking me to write a book. I'm going to write a book, okay? Okay. All right. So, yes, great. I'm going to Baltimore. I'm coming in and I'm coming out. Now that I cannot get into the museum, I'm probably not going to arrive until the afternoon of the 27th, and I'm going to be leaving the morning of the 30th. I'll be going to New York City on the 28th. To see my brother Joseph and hopefully Jesse from Wolf and Goat. Hey, Wolf and Goat. And so I'm hoping to see Joseph. Some of you may know him as Demetrius Lacroix. Let's see. I'm trying to find the Magical Druid. I'm going to their event page so I can give you the big announcement. Modern Conjure. Okay, if you message me again, Brian, while I'm on Facebook making all that noise, you know you're going to get one. Be quiet. Anyways, November 12th, okay, and the 13th, Modern Conjure Magical Weekend at the Magical Druid. It's gonna be the bomb.com, and that is probably just going to be the start of something big. And so I'll be there with Shayna's, Mike, and all folks in the house. And I would really love for you all to come out. If you're a Black Witch in Columbus, we also have safe space at the Columbus Sanctuary, which is in the Magical Druid. So if you would like to come, do some spell work, talk about things, all things magical, do anything like that, inbox me because we're going to be getting together a group that, who knows, might even become a coven one day. So that's where I am. Cheryl, now how you gonna miss everything? I've been blowing y'all up. I've been talking about divine awakenings, and Ho No Mo, and you just showed up. Anyways, let me go finish this poppet, y'all. I also need to try find my evening meal because we sat up and ate a ton of crab legs, but I'm hungry. Crab legs are just like something to do, chew on. They don't really do anything for you. Why can't you inbox me? Inbox me. Don't inbox me now because you'll blow up the thing. Be quiet. Yes, he is. Seamus, he's amazing. And I'm gonna tell you, I've gotten nothing but support from with the exception of one store, but we talked about them already. We're not gonna talk about them no more. But the Druid, the Lion Apothecary, Blessed Be, Divine Awakenings, and every time I send a sample kit out to one of the stores that I'm just working on. Blessings to you, Tanisha. I love you. Mwah. I'm working on sending out more sample kits, but I don't know if tonight is the Black Moon. I'm gonna tell you honestly, God, truth. I haven't been doing any spell work, and Tara, I am gonna get back to you about the candle that you sent me. I know that you posted that maybe you offended me. You did not. I've been sick because been around y'all pagans at home at Pagan Pride in Chicago. I've been sick. And I've been doing natural healing, and we know that sometimes natural healing works. Thank you, Gerard. He said my sample kit's great. And they really do represent what I have to offer. So every time I send them out, then I get a new order from a wholesaler. So I actually had to stop sending them out because I got all kinds of other stuff going on. But the Black Moon, it's symbolic, it's definitely for workings of a dark nature. It can be for other things. And I'm going to be more careful of my lunar schedule. But when you work a full-time job, and that's why I'm working on this workshop about magic in your everyday life. I work a full-time job from home. I got a kid who thinks I'm a stay-at-home mother for real, you know, with the level of expectation. I've got the job, I've got this, then I've got a life, and then I'm, you know, working now in the community to put together things, and you're doing workshops and you're traveling. Yeah, there's not a lot of time. So one of the things is keeping your calendar together, knowing when your moons are, what your moon cycles are, especially if your work depends on that. I'm old-fashioned college. I work when I need to, but other traditions and other workings have to be done at certain times. My friend Beatrice, who I'm going to be ordering some oils from very soon, you know, she does her stuff, you know, by moon cycles or astrology, all those types of things that I don't know a whole lot about. But like I said, I'm going to be trying to take an hour to learn. So yeah, you may see me on Facebook popping in, advertising some stuff, sharing some social justice stuff, but I'm way, way, way back reducing my time online because these people are about to make me crazy. It's hard every day watching things like this happening to us on the regular. It's traumatic. You know, forget PTSD. Take the P off the front because you know TSD, traumatic stress syndrome. Because I ain't post nothing. So I don't. I'm trying to get offline. I'm trying to get more into what I need to learn. What I need to learn as a magical practitioner. What I need to learn as a human being. I'm going to be studying herbalism pretty soon and working towards a degree in herbalism and herbal medicine. So there's a ton of things that I've got going on that just really sitting online arguing with a whole bunch of motherfuckers all day, it just ain't gonna do for me. So there you go. I love y'all. You know, love, peace, Afro Greece. See you this weekend or at one of those many places that I told you about. Got Dayton Pagan Pride on the 1st, Blessed Be on 13th, Divine Awakenings on the 22nd, the Black Witch Conference, yay, new workshop I think that's at the 29th of October, and then the new one that's just coming up is November 12th, Modern Conjure Weekend at the Magical Druid, and I hope to see you guys there. And then after that, people, I ain't doing shit else to the new year. I'm gonna sit my ass down because I'm tired. So I'll see y'all in January. All right, you guys. I'll see you soon. Love you. Bye.